Hello everybody, we hope you're well. Today we're going to tell a story. What is it called? How big is a million? Here is the book. Who is it written by? It's written by Anna Milbourne and Serena Riglietti. Pipkin was a penguin. He was a very small penguin. He was always asking very important questions. For example, when thinking about the sea, he'd ask, how wide is the sea? Or when thinking about the sky, how high is the sky? When he looked at the moon, he asked, is the moon made from cheese? But the one thing he wanted to know most of all was, how big is a million? Pipkin went to ask his mama, but she was really busy. She was catching fish for breakfast. Why? Because it's really important to have a full tummy when you're asking such big questions. Mama fished. There were lots of fish that Pipkin counted. He found out that there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, 10 is a big number of fish for breakfast, he said. But if 10's this big, how big's a million? Mom said, a million fish is more fish than you could ever eat. A million is much, much more than 10. Pipkin thought about this for a while, and he tried to imagine much, much more than 10, but it was impossible. It's no good, he said at last. I'll have to go and find a million to know for sure how big it is. Good luck, called Mama, and she watched him go. Pipkin walked a little way, and he saw a crowd of penguins. They were huddled in a circle, keeping warm. Pipkin thought, there's a lot of penguins there. There's definitely much, much more than 10. Excuse me, he said, how many of you are there? The middle penguin popped up. He said, there are 100 of us, and I'm the warmest one of all. Pipkin thought, 100's a very big number. If 100 is this big, how big is a million? A million is much, much bigger than 100, the middle penguin said, but 100 is enough to keep you toasty warm. Would you like to join us? No, thank you, said Pipkin. I have to find a million. The snow was really thick. Pipkin set off again through the deep white snow. After a while his feet got tired of walking, and he thought, oof, and he slid on his tummy down a long steep hill. He went down the hill and he bumped into a seal cub who was doing much the same thing. Then, ever so quietly, it began to snow. Pipkin whispered, that's a lot of snowflakes. There are more than 100 and much, much more than 10. Do you think there are a million there? No, said the seal cub, but I'm sure there are 1,000. And there really were. 1,000 is a really big number, said Pipkin. If 1,000's this big, how big is 1,000,000? The seal cub wrinkled his nose. Well, he said, 1,000,000's much, much bigger than 1,000. Pipkin and the seal cub built a snow penguin, and they built a snow seal cub. So Pipkin said, I really have to go. I have to find my 1,000,000. Good luck, said the seal cub. Pipkin walked and walked and walked all around the South Pole and back home again. His toes were cold and he was sleepy all over, and he hadn't found 1,000,000 of anything at all. Pipkin was a very, very disappointed penguin. He said to his mama, I found 10 yummy fish, 100 warm penguins, and 1,000 pretty snowflakes with a brand new friend. But I couldn't find 1,000,000, however hard I tried. Mama gave him a big warm hug. She said, come outside. I've got something to show you. Here's your 1,000,000, my little Pip. You can make a wish on every single one. Pipkin looked at what? 1,000,000 stars.